One of the iconic moments, and of course we're joined by the iconic actor, Academy Award winner Kevin Costner, who joins us now. And Kevin, I'm curious for you, first of all, thank you for joining us. And I'm curious for you, obviously you filmed here, you've been back here, but when you walked in this place yesterday, emotionally, what did you feel?
I felt like it was perfect. And I had an interesting moment in my life because I have a very, very good friend who's an architect, and when they announced that the field was gonna, where the game was gonna happen, he says, "Are you going?" I said, "Yeah, the phone call hasn't come yet, but I think I'm going." and he said, "Well, I designed it." And I said, John Shreve. I said, "John, you're a pretty good friend. You didn't 2 years non-disclosure me. You didn't want to tell me that you built this film or built this stadium," and he did. And my feeling was knowing him, but still, like in anything in life, you want something to over-deliver, and this absolutely has.
Kevin, you had tremendous foresight. I mean, right when you were done with the movie, I read where you told some people, "Don't be so fast in knocking this thing down. You may have something special here." A, you were absolutely right, and what told you that?
Well, there's just so much other corn around here. Why this perfectly good place to play? Why would you just immediately go back to it? What's it going to add up to, 10 cents? It's a place to play. And sometimes on movies, when they speak out loud to me, for instance, in Bull Durham, I kept that Shelby Cobra. It meant something to me. And once in a while, there's a piece of memorabilia that I want to keep. And I just looked at it. I said, I didn't know where I was going with it, Alex. I just said, don't be so quick to put more of this.
Yeah.
Got plenty of this.
That's right. Kevin, when I watched the movie, when I watched the film, I got very emotional, and I got very well connected with my background, where I come from, my relationship with my dad. What made you fall in love with the game?
Well, I think it's a sweet movie, but at its core, it's about things that go unsaid between fathers and sons, and we wish we could just get it back. It's like we can hurt, and sometimes we hurt the ones we love the most, and our dads, it's biblical almost, right? They just don't understand, we think, and they don't understand us, and somehow in this sweet little movie, that whole subplot was really strong. And I mean, yeah, we were happy to hear the names Gil Hodges, Duke Snider, these different players. But really, about halfway through the movie, any of us that have some undone business in our life started to go, oh my God, what is this movie about? Because it's not going to be a car crash. There's not going to be a fist fight, and I don't see a love scene coming from anywhere. And it boiled itself down to our big climax was you want to have a catch.
Kevin, you've made many brilliant films, but I'm going to put you on the spot here. Where does this film, Field of Dreams, rank it in all of your films?
Where does it rank?
You've made 3 major baseball movies.
Well, let's just put it this way. If people kind of come up to me, about 1 out of every 3 are going to say this is the movie for them.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad that my career didn't boil down to a single movie. That would really bother me. So what will come out of somebody's mouth, I'm really pleased. It might go 10, 12 deep. But this movie comes up every second, third time.
Kevin, the one thing that strikes me being here this week, and I've never been here, but everyone so excited about the game, about us going to visit this place. So when you filmed here, what was that experience like, just being here among the residents of Iowa?
Well, I treat it like a job. It is. I try to act like a guest where I'm at, whatever community I go into. I find that works better. You get invited to cooler stuff if you're not just a jerk, But I was about my job, and I was about, this movie could have easily been really goofy and terrible. I mean, you don't predict where it went, but we didn't know where it was going. But we had to kind of hold on to it and say, okay, well, if this is what we're making, we're not going to have a car wreck. We're not going to invent something that wasn't in a script. Let's just play this movie.
Kevin, one of my favorite parts of the movie was when you were playing catch with your father.
Yeah.
It was absolutely touching to me because of my lack of my father's presence in my life. Yesterday, you were playing catch with your son. How was that like?
That was good. I wanted to have that moment with him because we played since he was little. That's all we do in our house is throw shit. We just throw anything. It turns into a game, right? We just do that. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
We just play that way, and you know, I couldn't hardly play catch with Dwyer when we did the final scene because there was no CG in our movie. I mean, we could have just easily had all those lights just painted in. We asked people because we made our movie for $10 to come show up, and we only had this helicopter once. And there's nothing so hard when you know that you can't throw it away.
Right.
You know, and you got to get it to somebody. You know, and that happened to me in the script one time. The one time I made a change. There was a change where when I finally hit the ball to Shoeless Joe Jackson, I take a mighty swing and I miss. And our director, who was so brilliant, but he was not an athlete, I said, do you know how hard it is to miss something on purpose? You can't just miss something on purpose. You either miss it or whatever. I said, look, I can do something for you. I said, I can hit that ball straight down and dribble and it'll go about 4 feet, and that will be more humiliating. and he goes, you can do that? I said, well, a lot of guys that play can do that, can just hit the top. And it did. I said, I can't miss something on purpose, but I can make that ball go and then walk out to the end of the table and be completely embarrassed about that.
You know, Kevin, I know,
a big
I just
switch.
real quick before we let you go, any truth that Big Poppy auditioned and failed for the Nuke LaLoosh role? I know it's a different movie, but I heard that was true. I heard he auditioned and failed for the Nuke LaLoosh role, no, in Bull Durham?
No, he hasn't failed much. Huh?
No, he hasn't. Kevin Costner, what
I'll
a
be a
treat.
good bad guy in the movie.
Kevin, thank you so much.
It took 30 years. And now they are here. The Yankees versus the White Sox on the Field of Dreams. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Live on Fox.